So pick one this is for you at home, and we're going to do it here with you. Pick one negative pattern that you were consciously aware of. By conscious, you know you do it and you wish you didn't do it. Like pizza, donuts, cookies, cakes, candies. What would that be, actually? That's a whole different show.
You're so funny.
So pick one negative pattern, and I'm going to say mine is authority. Okay. I'm going to say negative authority figures. What would yours be?
Mine, well, one of mine, I'll just say in general, I already said about the focus of attention. Mine is, and interesting, you're talking about food, is overeating.
Okay.
So I would always overeat.
Okay.
And I was very big when I was young. I was sickly, and so didn't do much.
Hold on. I was very good when I was young. I was very sickly.
No, I said it was very big.
Oh, bless your heart.
And I was, because I was sickly, I didn't do a lot of exercise like my brothers and sisters. And so I had breathing problems. Anyway, long story short, I was overeating, which didn't make me happy. So every time I focus on like not eating, I would eat more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you get what you focus on. You focus on food and not eating. So you're thinking about it all the time. So you're eating. Right?
Have you ever been eating breakfast and wondered what you're going to have for lunch?
Yeah.
Have you ever been eating lunch and wondered what you're going to have for dinner?
Yeah. Have you ever eaten like breakfast, lunch, and dinner all at once?
I don't think I have, but I've had breakfast for dinner before. We call that breakfast for supper back home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But no, I try to evenly distribute
during
those truckloads of.
Yeah. So we picked a negative pattern.
So here's for you at home. Liz and I saw the light.
Yeah, we sure did.
We really did. That was priceless.
Perfect. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so
we're recognizing a pattern here that Liz and I have that Ebony's trying to help us with. So pick one negative pattern. This is for you at home that you have that you're conscious of and write it down. Mine is having unhappy experiences with authority figures.
Yes.
And yours is, we'll say, what was yours?
Overeating.
Overeating. Okay, number 2, acknowledge what it is. What you're doing is you're not blaming it. You're not feeling guilt over it. You're not mad about it. You are aware.
There's no judgment.
Perfect. And so a place of awareness is you're putting it there on the silver platter and you're acknowledging it, that I have this old pattern I'm wanting to clean up about bosses and different things being not nice to me, and yours is overeating. So now we've acknowledged what it is. Number 3, you want to understand the root cause of where it came from.
Yeah.
And if you can't get to the root cause, you're not going to be able to clean it up.
Yeah.
So for mine is, I had a very overbearing grandmother, authority. Mm-hmm. My mom was strict, and she needed to be for dealing with us 4 boys, and surviving her first and second marriage. So she was super strict. My birth dad was a sadist. So these are my authority figures. And then my stepdad was a whole different ball of wax. So there were all these mixed signals. And with my birth dad and my grandmother, there were times where and I'm not exaggerating this, you did not know if you were going to live through the night. And so I didn't have a good night's sleep till I was almost 16, because my dad was a sadist and he would just go crazy at any time. Grandma would throw holy water on your ass and tell you to strip down to your man panties, or your child panties at the time. And she would talk in tongues to Jesus while you're standing there with your hands over your pee-pee.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And so then there's all of these different components. So these 4 predominant authority figures that I perpetually got mixed signals from was a life or death situation. I was literally attracting bosses that would pull those stunts on me as a young adult and an adult. So that's the root cause for me. Go just a little bit about your root cause with the recognizing the overeating. Yeah, just a little. Just a little. Just a little.
Just a little.
Just a little.
I think it's because I was born in a Filipino family. I'm Filipino American, so my mother, anytime anything happened, eat. If you're upset, eat. My dad just beat the shit out of it, eat. If you got bad grades, eat. If you do this, eat. And I realized that the response in regards to eating, it wasn't right. It didn't make sense.
But it felt good at the time.
But at the time, it felt fine because that was normal in my family.
So food was, I'm sorry. I love you.
Yes.
I didn't mean it.
Yes.
I'm going to try not to let it happen again.
Yeah.
So it was a Band-Aid on their mistakes.
Exactly. And so as we got older and it was affecting our social life, whatever, because, if you're big, then now they don't treat you the same, Unfortunately, that's the case.
People are mean.
Yeah, people can be
mean. And people are nice too.
Yeah, and children especially.
Children are mean.
Can be really, they don't know.
Children are nice too.
They don't know. They don't know.
They know on some level. Most of them are mimicking their parents.
But as a result of that, then, my own thought forms about myself and about what I do, it became skewed.
Okay.
So when I became aware of it, I think I was about 13 years old. And I remember at that point, I decided that I was going to take control of my physical being, my life. And literally within 3 months, I lost 35 pounds. And this is the summer before going into high school.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fine. It was never an issue after that, really. So,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the recap of this section.
Mm-hmm.
Pick a negative pattern that you already know that you have. Mine was about authorities. Mm-hmm. Yours was about overeating. We acknowledged what it was, and then we got to the root cause of where it started. 99% of the time, it will not even be about you, ever. It'll be about the authorities and parents or teachers or priests or whatever, or grandmas that raised you. And then once you understand the root cause, you cut it loose.
Yeah.
Send it back to those people. Even if they ain't on the earth plane, no more. If they're not here, no more, send it to heaven. Send it to hell if that's where you think they is, child, because I can guarantee you a few people I know is in hell.
Yeah.
And I'm just being silly a little bit.
Yeah.
But
right.
Right. And so then you turn the root cause. Once you identify it, you know that you're consciously sabotaging, and you know why you were subconsciously sabotaging. And then you flip a bitch.
Right.
That's the technical term. So you flip it from authorities, people scare me, to I am, and this is where I have finally come to on my own. I'm an authority.
Yes.
In my life. Nobody knows Eddie better than Eddie.
That's right.
And getting to the honest heart center of that awareness keeps me from attracting passive aggressive bosses.
Yeah.
That's why I work for my damn self.
Mm-hmm.
And it also keeps me tuned in, tapped in, turned on, as Abraham Hicks would say. And it's the same with Liz.